So Maria's totally fine. She just had a UTI. So back at home, scrambling around, trying to cook and trying not to drink while I'm cooking, but ridiculous concept. I'm going to make a red onion tart. Normally I make leek tart. I've only ever made this twice, but I wanted to change the recipe this year. So I did some beautiful caramelized red onions and that's 2 red onions and 1 white onion. And they're just delicious. You can smell them. And they're cooking in the butter. And after they're finished, I add some ingredients, which is creme fraiche, which I always had trouble finding in this country. It's normally very popular in England. Bit of butter, chives, nutmeg, and egg. And that's the recipe I've always had. It's from Waitrose in England. I've had that for, God, my whole life. And look, it's even still clean. But that's one item I'm going to make today. I've already prepared the stuffing. I prepared boiling the eggs, the macaroni and cheese. I already made the lasagna. I'm going to make Yorkshire pudding. I'm going to make stuffed pheasant, butternut squash. So it's going to be quite a big meal. Got to beat 3 eggs. Just love the word beat. Your kids are bad, what do? You beat them. I'm just kidding. Beat those eggs. So I added the eggs, the 3 eggs beat. I added the creme fraiche. I added a pinch of nutmeg. I added a bunch of chives. And I'm going to stir it up. It calls for something called emmental cheese. Well, I don't know. That name I usually find in England. I think it's just called Swiss cheese here. I'm not really sure because even on the deli sticker, it just says miscellaneous deli. So when I asked the gentleman, do you have President's Emmental? He says, well, we don't call it that here. So, whatever. Anyway, who's not a little mental at Christmas, right? Just add a little black pepper. Just ground it up, just a little. And just about to put my mixture for the red onion tart in a pastry. No, that Pillsbury stuff is just fine. Just wrap it around any type of, well, I used glass sort of pie pan, but you can use like a tart pan. I already use a tart pan for my lasagna, so I'll have to use this pie pan. I'll put it in the oven in a minute now. I am going to put the cheese on the top, that emmental cheese I told you about. Just like, not too much of it. And I'm going to put foil on it before I put it in the oven. So I'm making a couple of pheasants for Christmas dinner. They're little, but you know, there's only going to be 4 of us. So I'm going to stuff them real good. I'm going to put a lot of butter on them and a lot of garlic. And I'm going to do a chestnut bread stuffing, which I already made last night. And I'm going to stuff them. I'm going to oven hot roast them. I'm going to cook them with a little bit of shallots, wine, chicken stock, and I'm going to put some shiitake mushrooms in it. And I'm going to cook on the stove for about half an hour. First I'm going to brown it, half an hour. Then I'm going to put it in the oven for an hour, and they come out so beautiful. I threw some rosemary sprigs on it, and you're going to love how it looks after. So I have my shallots in the pan with a bit of oil, and they're already slathered with butter and garlic, and I'm going to brown them before I start cooking them properly. So I'm going to get them nice and hot and twist them around. It's hard to do with the camera. I'm going to make them nice and brown, and then I'm going to stuff them, and then I'm going to cook them on the top of the stove for at least half an hour with wine, rosemary, and a bit of chicken, either broth or stock. I'll use the stock and cook it on the pot, and then I'll put it in for the last hour or so. I'll put it inside the oven. Look at that, getting nice and brown on both sides. You could smell it. So yummy. Okay, I'm going to stuff the shit out of these birds now. So I stuffed them, and I threw a bunch of, turn that on, threw a bunch of rosemary in there. I'm gonna add some shiitake mushrooms in there. Not many because there's not a lot of room, but they do soak down to virtually nothing after a while. It's then hard to find them. But I'm gonna add a bit of Chardonnay. I just get the cheap Fat Bastard, and you can still drink it after because it's like not bad. I'm gonna put a little. Oops, gotta find the straw. Oh, here we are. Look at the messy kitchen. Little star. I'm measuring nothing because I never do. Salt and pepper. But I can't do that because my arms are like a little occupied, so I'll come back to you. This is my favorite Sicilian recipe. It's really, 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 really easy. You slice the red pepper. I always use red, but you can use any kind you want. It tastes better with the red ones. So easy. I slather it with oil. You can see it's very glistening and shining. My hands had to wash them, otherwise I couldn't do it. Now, you ready for it? I usually take small, any color, any kind, tomatoes, usually a lot smaller, but my daughter used all the small ones for her stupid guinea pigs, so. I just throw in a bunch of tomatoes. Yeah, they really should be a lot smaller than this. I throw in a couple of olives that have been pitted, but you know, the Kalamata, the Greek, the Italian, the ones that don't have any pits in them, so they can squeeze right in there. Look at that, delish. Then, are you ready for it? Anchovy. Well, I actually do a couple of anchovies to give it that lovely flavor. That's just too many. Two, actually. Like a crisscross. Like that. I stick it in the baking tray, and then I fill it with oil. And of course, I did this really fast, so I should have cut it a bit even. And they'll go up together like that, but they'll all be squashed together. And you put it in the oven, and oh my God, the flavors of the anchovies are unbelievable. Even if you don't like fish, it's not really very fishy. It just gives an absolutely delicious taste. And the olive oil, really good quality olive oil. Make sure it's real olive oil. If you Google this is actually real, not the fake blended olive oil. I'm very careful about my olive oil. And I'd say, I don't know, I can't really tell how long to keep it in because I'm always in a mad rush, so I keep it in, I don't know, as soon as I see it's cooked. Whenever it's soft and I get the knife into the pepper and it just, you know, cuts like butter and it just smells amazing. It also looks beautiful on a little platter at bringing to the table any holiday, and that is a Sicilian recipe. Don't know what it's called, but it's pretty good. So I'm going to put a little foil on them before I put them in the oven. I think I'm going to put it on 375, maybe probably 350. I don't know. I'm going to start with 375 and see how it goes. I'm going to let the steam get them with the foil so they'll cook a little faster, and we'll see how they turn out. Okay, after about 20 minutes at 375, these are sizzling away, but they're not quite done yet. They're still a bit hard. So I'm going to put them in for another 20 minutes and see how it works. So I took the onion tart out. It looks really good. It looks like it's perfectly cooked. I'm going to put my lasagna in. I've already cooked the peppers. Really good. I have a couple of macaroni and cheese. I'm going to put a little crust over those. And my pheasant is still cooking. I'm over there trying to make some mashed potatoes. I'm going to do some butternut squash in a little while. And I'm going to do some Yorkshire puddings and some salad. So yeah, it's been an easy day, and I'm going to clean the floor and get the house a little clean, set the table. I'll be back in a little while. Oh my God, I wish YouTube would one day come out with a YouTube smell. Oh, I would so pay extra for that. You could just smell the food. Oh, this pheasant smells amazing. Oh yeah, it'll taste nice with some garlic corn that I'm gonna make. Even some cranberry sauce, gourmet cranberry sauce, Yorkshire puddings, onion tart, a nice salad, and all the other trimmings. Lots of stuffing. I had lots of extra stuffing. Absolutely yummy. So pretty much, I've got everything going. I've got the peppers, got the stuffing. Just needs extra cooking on the stuffing. I haven't put the macaroni and cheese in the oven yet. I haven't put the lasagna in the oven yet. The tart is finished. The delicious pheasant is finished. I'm going to do corn with butter and garlic, salad, and Yorkshire pudding, and I'm done. I'm going to clean the kitchen. Kitchen is not too bad, but you know, I got all my crap everywhere. And I don't want the kitchen to be a mess. And then I was videoing and I have to set the table. I did wash the floor. And yeah, I'll let you know the result. Okay, I'm totally almost done with all the Christmas food. I'm going to kill myself walking down the stairs. Okay, so I'm a mess now. I tried to set the table. I did the best I can. I was really in a hurry. I still haven't got that stupid picture up yet. Needs a man to put that picture up. Then I threw some stuff together. Have we got let's see. Okay, I have mashed potatoes. The corn I haven't cooked yet, but it's just garlic and butter. I got the pheasants. I got the onion tart, lasagna, and the macaroni and cheese, and the stuffing are still in the oven. I was going to make Yorkshire pudding, and I said, forget it, I can't. There's no room in the, there's not going to be any room in the belly, but there's no room, so let's say goodbye to the Yorkshire puddings. The kids really love them, but it's only 3 of us. It's supposed to be 4, but now there's 3. So who cares? But that looks really nice. I set the bar up. Our lights are on in the house. Woo. The bar set up. Candles are on. All the candles are on. I mean, the whole house smells so, so beautiful. It just smells like Christmas. I've got my creepy t-shirt on. This one says, I don't remember. Forget about the other reindeers or something. Let's get blitzed or blistered. Something like that. So, as soon as everybody shows up, I'll give you an update. Hope you guys are having a great Christmas. I hope everyone's having a good Christmas. It's been very, very hectic. I wish I could relax this year. But there's next year. Maybe I'll go to a sunny place next year. So I found this great recipe on Lynn's Kitchen channel. And Lynn makes this great pumpkin dip that I added sugar cookies with. I think they're sugar or shortbread. And it's so delicious. And I'm going to add the link below. And I'm just about to pour a bit of rum and some eggnog. So when my daughter arrives, she can have a little eggnog before we sit down and talk. But Lynn's Kitchen, oh my gosh, I love her channel. Correction, it's actually Lynn's Recipes. Sorry, my mistake. I do watch Betty's Kitchen, and the two make great food. So sorry, it's Lynn's Recipes.